Good afternoon and welcome to the ballpark. Tyler Baird here with Tyler Moss live from Payson High School for an important two-game series between the Wasatch Wasps and the Payson Lions. Both teams sitting in the RPI standings at 6 and 7. Wasatch coming in at 7, Payson coming in at 6. Both trying to secure that first round bye in the state tournament, and that happens when you're in the top 8. A series sweep should clinch a first round bye for each of these teams. Jack Salmon's going to lead it off for Wasatch as we get jumping in right into our top of the first, which is brought to you by the Dairy King. Jack Salmon's going to ground out to the second baseman to get things started. So one out here in the top of the first, and that'll bring up Austin Brown as the number 2 hitter. Wasatch wearing their all-gray uniforms today. Payson wearing their green top, white bottoms. 1-0 here to Brown. That pitch misses high as well. 2-0 now the count to Austin Brown. Wasatch comes in coming off a huge two-game sweep over Salem Hills that got them back up into the top 8 after their 3-game slide against Pleasant Grove and Spanish Fork. Have bounced back nicely with the 2-game sweep over Springville and a 2-game sweep as well over the Salem Hills Skyhawks. The 2-0 pitch is going to go off of Brown. That'll be a hit by pitch, and Wasatch will have their first base runner in the game, and that'll bring up Royal Matthews as the number 3 hitter. Royal will step in on the right-handed side of the batter's box. The switch hitter hitting over 400 on the season. Leads the team in that batting average category. So after a leadoff ground ball, 3 straight balls. Pickoff move over to Brown's not going to be in time. He's able to get back easily without getting down. 14-7 on the year are the Wasps, 7-3 in region play. Still in the hunt for a region title as well. A 2-game sweep over Payson would set up, in a sense, a region championship series with Maple Mountain this Friday and next Tuesday. First pitch of the at-bat to Royal is going to be swung on. That'll be a base knock up the middle. Another single here for Royal, and Wasatch has runners on first and second with 1 out, and that'll bring up Braxton Fowler, the number 4 hitter on the season. Fowler has been lights out in region play, comes in with a .435 batting average, 6 doubles on the season, 22 RBIs, and 27 hits for the junior. Had a killer series against Salem Hills. And he'll come up with the RB opportunity here with runners on first and second, and again, only 1 out. Taking his time to get the sign will cause Braxton to take a timeout and get back into the box. That pitch is outside for ball 1. The 1-0, that one's in there for a strike. Moves the count to 1 ball and 1 strike. Again, you're listening to Wasatch High School Baseball, brought to you by the Dairy King. Their family has been serving your family since 1946. Winners of Best in State for over 20 years at the Dairy King. The 1-1, that one gets the outside corner as well. Moves the count to 2 balls and 1 strike. Payson on the season 13-7 overall, 5-5 in region play, and again currently ahead of Wasatch in the RPI standings at number 6. 1-2 the count here to Fowler. The 1-2, that one's in the dirt. Brown will stay and Royal will go back to first, so 2-2 the count with 1 away. outside. Good AB once again from Faller. Ty just seems like he never gets out right now in region play. 3 for 4 against Salem Hills with a walk, and now starts with a walk on it at bat that saw him get down 1-2 early in the count.
Generating, Tyler, a lot of
Tatton will step in on the left-handed side of the batter's box. Tuesdays are a little bit tricky, and we're scrambling to get down here ready to go with our teaching responsibilities, and I forgot to turn on your mic.
The adjustment from lacrosse to baseball, Ty, it requires different buttons. But I was going to add to your point, Braxton, it's so helpful to have such a weapon there, Tyler, in the middle of the lineup that can just drive guys in and never gets out. Like you said right now, batting over 500, and that's hits, Tyler. And then he gets on base with walks and other ways that he finds his way on there. And Wasatch needed a quick start down here against Payson today. I feel like that's the key to the game. This is a critical series, number 6 versus number 7 in the RPI right now, Tyler. If Wasatch can get both of these here, they should secure, I believe, a top 8 spot and a bye in the first round of the state tournament. And even one win might get the job done, Tyler, in the series. But 2, you're feeling really good heading into that final week of the season against Maple Mountain.
On the mound
so
today.
I came running in. You're going to have to get me caught up. I saw the scoreboard. Salmon got out.
Salmon had a ground ball to the second baseman, hit by pitch to Brown, single by Royal, and then a walk here by Faller. Again's going to bring up Trevin Tatton, the number 5 hitter for Wasatch, hitting on the left-handed side of the batter's box. Tatton, 273. And that ball hit by the catcher all the way to the backstop. Brown got a late jump, though. That's not going to be in time as Wasatch is going to take the 1-0 lead on a ball that goes through the 5-6 hole of the catcher, and Wasatch is up 1-0.
Ty, we're basically in the dugout today, too. Our listeners are going to hear everything that's going on over here. The only thing separating me and the dugout is this chain link fence. Otherwise, I'd be one of the boys over here with 7 or 8 of them right in front of us.
Tatton, 273, 3 doubles on the season, also has 5 RBIs. He now has 2 RBI opportunity with runners on second and third. Payson's going to bring in the infield up onto the grass. The 1-0 count. That's right at the belt for strike 1.
Surprised they're bringing in the infield this early, Tyler.
Yeah.
Trying to cut it off.
I
feel like that's kind of a panic move. It's how it feels all of a sudden. Creates a lot of space over there.
Matson hits the inside corner for strike 2. Trevin Matson, the pitcher today, an 8.04 ERA, a junior, 15 2/3 innings pitched on the season. Back-to-back strikes here, moves the count to 1 ball and 2 strikes against Tatton. Livingston on deck for Wasatch. Matson will come set. Wasatch threatening. Already up 1-0 here in the top of the first. That pitch misses outside for a 2-2 count.
Tatton's been good with runners in scoring position here, Ty, and Wasatch needs it right now. Need a knock.
2-2 now the count. Matson once again taking this time, getting the sign from the catcher. Now will come set. Settles, delivers the 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Big strikeout there from Matson. We'll put 2 outs on the scoreboard, and we'll bring up Max Livingston for Wasatch. Livingston on the season, hitting .308 on the year. 3 doubles, 2 home runs, 16 RBIs for the senior. Likes to be aggressive at the start of the lineup, or at the start of the count. Matson will come set, infield back up. This one's going to be an off-speed pitch. It's going to be a ground ball to third baseman. Tough play, third baseman. Off the bag is the first baseman, but able to make the tag and gets out of the inning. Wasatch scores 1 run on 1 hit, no errors, and there are 2 left on base. 1-0 as we move into
Hungry for a mouth-watering all-American comfort food? Look no further. Chubby's has just opened in Heber Valley, bringing you award-winning burgers and cheesesteaks made from 100% premium black Angus beef. With 9 Utah locations, our family-owned and operated restaurant knows how to satisfy your cravings. And don't forget to treat yourself to our delicious desserts. Come taste the difference today at Chubby's, located at 220 North Main Street. Chubby's Cafe, your neighborhood destination for the food you crave.
Here at Country Gardens and Nursery, we hope that you feel that you are home when you are away from home as you go around our perennial floor checking out the newest and latest for beauty for your garden, as you wander into our indoor plant shop seeing the possibility of what could be yours. Stop by Country Gardens and Nursery, your home away from home. 1401 US 189, Heber City, Utah. And don't forget to check us out on social media for quick tips and tricks throughout the season.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. KTMP Heber City and live sports coverage with Ty and Ty.
Bottom of the first brought to you by Bonnie Joseph Academy. Unlock your potential at Bonnie Joseph Academy. Visit them at bonniejosephacademy.edu, where beauty meets expertise. Ty talked in the pregame show momentarily about the big 2-game sweep series that Wasatch had against Salem Hills. And let's turn over to what made you smile about that series, brought to you by Smiles by Design.
Well, just haven't seen sweeps over Salem Hills, Tyler, is the starting point, and I like how Wasatch buried them early on in the game, Tyler. Both those games, they got off to a quick start, scoring at least 4 runs in the first couple innings. And then anytime you get 2 wins over Salem Hills, Tyler, that's a victory here. And Wasatch has set themselves up for a really strong end of the season, which will put them in a good position heading into the state tournament.
Well, that's a good start. An 0-2 count, gets the check swing that he didn't go far enough. So 1-2 now the count here, as Wasatch is going to turn to Max Livingston for their starter today, the senior. Nice off-speed pitch, and that's the first Gravity Coalition strikeout of the game for Max Livingston. That puts one on the board. Gravity Coalition offering the best in bikes, skis, snowboards, skateboards, and more in the Heber Valley. Visit them at gravitycoalition.com. That was Hauser, the senior. That was retired by strikeout looking. And it's now going to bring up another senior, Marvin. Marvin on the season at .270 batting average. First pitch once again in there for a strike. Wasatch has struggled with freebies on the mound the last couple of games, especially in that Salem Hill series tie. Over 24 walks or hit by pitches between the 2 games, but still able to come away with the 2-game victory.
Yeah, you're putting that mildly, Tyler, to say they've struggled with freebies. I mean, there's not the right word. They're over 40 freebies over the last 3 games, Tyler, and it's something that has to be corrected here over the last 4 games of the year.
Livingston, a .442 ERA, leads the team with 31 2/3 innings pitched. The 2-1, big swing and a miss, moves the count to 2 balls and 2 strikes. Livingston in those 31 2/3 innings pitched, 29 strikeouts. The 2-2 goes back to the off speed. This one's going to be swung on and elevated. Royal's going to go out of play, and that'll keep the count at 2-2.
Yeah, Tatton over there at first base today. Royal at third.
I keep missing that.
Yeah, you mentioned it's been a scramble, Ty, trying to get through Utah County traffic, get down here. As school got out at 2:30 for me and rushed out and saw the first pitches on the scoreboard as I was running in over here and trying to get caught up over here. But take you around the defensive starting lineup is a foul ball there from Marvin. Keeps us at 2-2, Ty. And swing you around the diamond. Wasatch with Max Livingston getting the start on the mound here today. And then behind the dish, he'll be throwing to Otis Sweat. Royal Matthews at third base today. Braxton Fowler at short. Whew, that's a pretty good pitch. Tyler just misses up for ball 3. Jack Salmon at second base, and then Trevin Tatton at first. Out in right field today will be Colby. Center field Brown, and left field Eddie Bluth.
Close 2-2 pitch is not called a strike, and the payoff pitch at 3-2 will be too far inside. And Payson will have their first base runner on walk, and that'll bring up the third baseman, Braithwaite, a senior, and Ty hitting .481 on the season. Having himself a great year. 2 doubles, a triple, and 3 home runs on the season. Also has 18 RBIs.
Yeah, he was just involved in a strange out. Didn't really get into that out at to end the top of the first, Tyler. Could have reached out and just tagged Fowler, who was running right by him at third base. Chose to throw it over to first base. Throw was poor. Dragged the first baseman off, and when you're a base runner going down the path, it's so hard to do, but when you see the feet come off the bag, you need to go down to your belly and slide into the bag, and Max wasn't able to react in time, and first baseman was just able to tag him. Everything about it just felt a little bit off.
The 0-1 pitch is going to be roped foul down the third base side. Good barrel there from Braithwaite, but will move the count to 0-2. Defensive starters today brought to you by Mountain Refined. They aim to share knowledge and expertise to allow you to transform your home into a warm and inviting home. The 0-2 goes with the off speed, just misses for ball one. Working out of the stretch with the runner on first. Payson style, not a big lead, but then get a good secondary. That pitch is in the dirt. Runner's going to get picked off at first. The throw to Tatton is going to need to be thrown to second. Nice way of playing catch. It's going to be Sweat to Tatton to Salmon, and Wasatch is able to get the runner out at first.
That's pretty good from Otis there, Tyler. Back pick was the right decision, and everything was quick, right? The runner was caught off bag, but he wasn't fully committed. And if Otis hesitates there, you're just going to get caught in between. But he throws it to first, and like you said, they play catch, throw it over to short, put the tag on, boom, he's out of there.
The 2-2 pitch is going to be swung on. It's off home plate. Livingston fields it cleanly, throws it to first, and Wasatch is out of the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors. And there's nobody left on base. 1-0 Wasatch as we move into the second.
Big O Tires in Heber is your one-stop shop for tires and service. What was once Point S is now Big O Tires. Same service, but different name. We're locally owned and operated and want to help you get your vehicle ready to road trip this summer. Stop in for all your name brand tires, oil changes, alignments, brakes, batteries, shocks, struts, and a whole lot more. Plus, Big O Tires offers financing options to fit any budget or any situation. Visit us today. Big O Tires, the team you trust.
Check out the Fit Stop Health Club. It's more than a great facility. Their employees and staff create a comfortable, caring, supportive place for men and women of all ages, as well as their families, to work out. They have your tanning beds, massage, and personal trainers. Find your new groove. Jump into their therapy pool with endless laughs. They have Group X classes with nationally certified and specially trained instructors. See what the Fit Stop offers. Go to their website at fitstophealthclub.com. For more information, call 654-2131.
Hi, this is Corbin Gordon from Gordon Law Group. I commonly get approached by people with the same question. Hey, do you guys do a particular type of law? The answer is almost always, yeah, we do that. We are the Valley's only full-service law firm that has been in business for over 20 years. We have 5 experienced attorneys who do estate work, litigation, business formation, real estate, water law, divorce, criminal defense, and many others. Gordon Law Group, yeah, we do that.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. KTMP, Heber City, and live sports coverage with Ty and Ty.
Top of the second brought to you by Country Gardens and Nursery, Heber's only locally owned and operated plant nursery. They have everything you need for your gardens, and don't forget to stop by their indoor plant and decor shop as well. Ty, we're in the season of 4 seasons is what I call it. And I hear a lot of people say, oh, I love the Heber Valley. You get all 4 seasons. But right now is the time where you get all 4 seasons in the same day.
Same day. Yeah, I mean, we're in beautiful spring right now, right? Is how it looks.
First pitch is going to be swung on. Shortstop fields it on the run. Nice play from the shortstop. That's number 13, their leadoff hitter, Hauser. And Baxter is retired on 1 pitch.
I expect today, there's been a lot of water over the last couple days here, and that's going to affect the field a little bit. Balls will die a little bit more in the infield. You may get a ball that's a little slippery every now and then. The dirt looks good, Tyler. It looks like the dirt held the water well, but the grass is going to be just a little smushy, a little soggy, and that could play into the factor in this one.
Sweat will now come up. Wasatch has 7-8-9 up here to start the top half of the second, leading 1-0. Sweat, a .322 batting average, comes up with 1 away. First pitch misses, second pitch misses, so a 2-0 count. Once again, Madsen on the mound for Payson. Nice day today, sitting around the 60s. Cloudy, but not storm cloudy, just beautiful clouds up in the sky. The 2-0, big swing and a miss, strike 1.
Yeah, this is a good day, Tyler, and it's nice down here in Payson. It's kind of cleared up there, and the field looks beautiful down here right now. Grass is clean cut and growing in nicely down here. One of the few fields you don't see any turf either, Ty. No turf mound, no turf home plate. Still dirt.
That pitch is in there for a strike. 2-2 now the count.
Most fields around the state now you'll see the turf home and turf mound. There's rarely, only a couple that have turf in the infield like Wasatch does, but usually turf on the mound and at home.
The 2-2. Pitch is swung on and elevated. Foul. We'll keep the count at 2-2. Need to apologize publicly, Ty, to the Utah Mammoth fan base. I turned it on last night after really writing them off in the first period. Watched the first period, didn't go well. Then was like, 4-4, overtime. Turned it on in overtime, and about 3 minutes later, the Knights found the back of the net. So I apologize publicly to the Mammoth fans for turning it on.
Emotional roller coaster for those of us that watched the majority of that thing.
2-2 misses high. 3-2 now the count here to Sweat.
And the Mammoth really kind of dominated the overtime, but the Knights got the shot that counted. Actually, they had two. They had one wiped off, Tyler, too, in overtime.
That. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Madsen wind up, delivers. Swung on and fouled off towards the Wasatch dugout. Keep the count at 3-2.
How are your eyes as far as gauging the distance to the fence down here, Ty? No numbers on the wall.
3-2, gets it by him for the second strikeout of the day for Madsen, and Wasatch has 2 batters up, 2 batters retired.
Got that zeroed in, down the line. What do you think, 320, 315?
Yeah, I think so. 315,
Doesn't
probably.
look like too big of a park, although I think it gets a little deeper to center than maybe the eyes will have you realize.
We'll bring up Eddie Bluth in the 9th spot, 271 on the season for the junior. Steps in on the left-handed side of the box. That ball misses.
Jumping umpire back there, too,
he,
Tyler.
He got popped in the first inning, so he's thinking a little bit about that. 1-0 the count, the pitch. Big swing and a miss for strike one. 1-1.
Well, Wasatch has the lead, Ty, but kind of a squandered opportunity early on, wasn't it? Bases loaded, 1 out in the first inning, and didn't get a ball out of the infield. Only scored 1 because of pass ball.
Pitch is going to be elevated to left center field. That'll drop in front of the left fielder for a single. For Eddie Bluth with 2 outs, Wasatch extends the inning. Hits today brought to you by Stone Insurance. You work hard for your money. Your insurance company should work hard for you. At Stone Insurance, we provide the coverage you need at the rate you deserve. Stone Insurance, solid as a rock. Call Stone Insurance today and start saving. Bring up now the leadoff guy, Jack Salmon, 333 on the season, grounded out to the second baseman in his first time up. Jack gets a pretty good lead over, Eddie gets a pretty good lead over at first. Pickoff move. Bluth able to get back without diving back. Madsen comes set after getting the sign. Bluth takes another half step. First pitch in there for a strike to Salmon. It's like a little bit of a tight bender right on the curveball that he's throwing every so often. He's gone backwards to a couple of hitters. Starts out with that curveball there.
Yeah, it is. But as far as pitch selection, Tyler, right now he's fastball heavy. And so that should be the name that this group is looking for. For Wasatch stepping up to the plate is definitely 1 out of the 3 you're going to get is going to be a fastball to this point in the game. That's what he's shown, Ty. And so you want to look for that first good available fastball and put a good barrel and a good swing on it.
It's a decent fastball. The 0-1, that pitch misses, low and outside for ball 1. One ball, 1 strike. Another busy week for us on the broadcast side of things. We'll be back on the air tomorrow for a big lacrosse matchup, just as Wasatch has a big series here. Eddie's going to go on the 1-1 pitch. The throw down to second, not in time. It was a swing and a miss from Salmon, so 1-2 the count, but a runner advances on stolen base.
Good job protecting Salmon there, or Bluth from Salmon. Trying to advance that runner, getting him in the scoring position. Now ball in play on a hit. Should score another one.
So Wasatch playing Payson on the baseball side of things, 2-game series, 7-6. Pleasant Grove currently ahead of Wasatch in the lacrosse standings. So Wasatch with the win there would gradually continue to work their way up and then have Timpview later on in the week, which also is ahead of them in the lacrosse standings. That pitch misses, so now a 2-2 count.
Yeah, they all matter at this point, right, Ty? I mean, Volleyball, we've talked about too, number 1 team in the state. They're starting to turn their attention towards the state tournament. Baseball, really, the next 4 games they should treat like state tournament games. They're really critical as far as the standing goes. You're going to finish with number 1 Maple Mountain. This series here, if you can get a win in this series, you should secure a first-round bye. And the same goes, like you said, for lacrosse. Like all of these guys, it's state tournament mode now at this point over the next couple weeks.
2-2 pitch also misses, so Salmon works his way back after being down 1-2. Now a 3-2 count with a runner on second. Wasatch leading 1-0 here in the top half of the second. Matson comes set. One look delivery. Swung on, and it's going to be a lazy ground ball to the first baseman. Tough play, though. It's going to be a foot race to the bag. Not in time. Salmon will get the infield single on the swinging bunt. Perfect push bunt, Ty. You just got to push it instead of swinging at it. But that puts runners on the corners.
Got the pitcher and the first baseman and the Bermuda Triangle over there. And good hustle down the line, Ty. That's a little trickier than it seems. I mean, these guys are used to running out of turf and on turf, Tyler. Like I said, this field's taking a lot of water, but Jack did a good job to get down the line there, even though it's a little bit wet there on the dirt.
Bring up Austin Brown. 397 now on the season. 6 home runs for the sophomore. See if Salmon gets aggressive early on here with runners on the corners. Matson comes set. Delivers. Pitches in there right at the knees for strike 1. Fastball seems to be jumping a little bit on these hitters early on in the game.
Yeah, that was a good first pitch fastball too, Ty. It was not the most hittable fastball. Down, away, good location.
The 0-1. That ball misses below the knees that time. Now 1-1 count.
Really intrigued by this pitch here. I think this pitch is going to be telling to just his sequence and his confidence. Runner in scoring position, 1-1. Went 2 fastballs to Brown. 3-4 waiting on deck.
Third to first move from the pitcher. Both runners will just go back to the bag. Easy read. Keeps the count at 1-1.
This is where you want to go with your most confident pitch here, Tyler. Want to get to 2-2.
Another pickoff move, not in time, over to Salmon.
But I feel like he's shown his most confident pitch already. A couple fastballs in a row. See if he goes challenge or if he wants to throw that bender. You talked about it. It's got a nice bite here. But Austin sees those pitches well.
The 1-1. Just missed that one. Swing, fouls it straight back. Moves the count to 1-2.
I like that approach on the mound here. Tyler from Madsen just going to challenge him, right? And say, I'm going to go after you. Here's the fastball. Go get it. As you mentioned, Austin just missed it, but gets the pitcher into a pretty good situation here at 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Salmon a big lead over at first base. Pickoff move, has to dive back. Good lead. He's able to get back in time, but close.
He was leaning, Ty. Had him leaning just a little bit.
One ball, 2 strikes. Madsen takes a peek. Now comes set. The pitch. Salmon goes. The pitch is inside. The throw down to second is not going to be in time, and Wasatch is going to steal a run. They throw down to second to try to get Salmon. Instead, Bluth is able to get home. Everybody's safe, and Wasatch takes the 2-0 lead.
That's the best-case scenario for Wasatch, Tyler, as far as how that one was executed, because I don't mind the idea of trying to throw him out and just end the inning there, but it was not a good one to throw on, not a good throw, and just gifted Wasatch that run across home plate.
With 2 strikes. Now the count 2-2. The pitch. Off-speed pitch misses above the belt, and that'll fill up the count once again at 3-2.
It's a hard thing for a catcher to do, but that catcher probably needs to make that decision at that point to eat that ball, Tyler, right? And if you don't have an opportunity there, or fire it down to third base or make the change on the play there, but sometimes you get committed, right? They've called the first and third. They're going to go down to second, and just gifted Wasatch a run. Good call from Coach McCoy.
The payoff pitch is going to be swung on. It's going to be in the 3-4 hole. Second baseman does a great job of covering the ground, gets over in time and throws it to first base, and Wasatch is retired. 1 run comes in on 2 hits, no errors, and 1 runner's left on base. Wasatch leads 2-0 going into the bottom of the second.
At Heber Park City Appliance, you're getting a dedicated team of professionals who go out of their way to keep your home running smoothly. And when we say team, we're talking about 40 years of winning service and reliability. We're here to boost your at-home satisfaction long after your purchase. So when it's fourth quarter and your fridge goes out, oh man, be confident knowing we're a team that will go the distance for you. Heber Park City Appliance in Heber City. Visit us online at heberappliance.com.
Hey, it's Nicole from Mountain Refined. I wanted to take a moment and invite you to visit our showroom. We are locally owned and operated with the largest selection in Wasatch County. In our showroom, you will find everything from bedding, home decor, gifts, jewelry, beautiful furnishings, and even flooring. We even have a large selection of protein powder. It won't take you long to find out what everyone's talking about. We can't wait to meet you. See you soon. We're located at 480 North Main Street in Heber City.
Chad here from Mountain West Trailers. With over 20 years in business, we know you value strength and reliability. Whether it's for work or play, our dumping equipment trailers are built to last. Enclosed cargo trailers for business and fun, or open utility trailers for everything in between. With expert sales, parts, and repairs, we've got you covered. Haul it all, big or small, because Mountain West Trailers is always right behind you. Visit us at mountainwesttrailer.com or stop by at 1470 South Highway 40 here in Heber City, Utah.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. KTMP Heber City and live sports coverage with Ty and Ty.
Bottom of the second brought to you by Robar's Collision and Repair, a customer satisfaction rating of 98.7%, one of the highest in the industry. 1-0 pitch is going to be fouled down the left field line. Up in the plate is Neves, the junior, 308 batting average on the season. The number 4 hitter, it'll be 4.56 up for Payson here in the bottom half of the second, with Wasatch leading 2-0. Pitch misses and move the count to 2-1. Both Wasatch's runs, Ty, coming a little bit odd ways, right? A pass ball and then a first and third play. Wasatch yet to have an RBI on the 2 runs that they've had in.
They're doing what winning teams do, Tyler, and they're not doing what winning teams do, right? You're finding ways to get runs is what I mean. That's what winning teams do, but also your top-tier teams get hits with runners in scoring position. Wasatch not coming through today on that.
3-1 pitch is going to be hit to left field. It'll fall in front of the left fielder for this first hit of the day for the Lions.
Ty, these two teams are separated by the narrowest margin I've ever seen in the RPI, by the way. I'm not sure if you've got into this yet or not before I got here, but Payson number 6, Wasatch number 7, and the RPI is out of a 100-point system, and usually there's a point or two that separates teams. Payson comes in at .5766. So you go down the 4 numbers, Wasatch .5764. Tyler, it's that close. Just the narrowest of margins here.
It'll be the pitcher, Madsen, who will come up to the plate. Madsen, 308 on the season, trying to help himself out at the box. Again, Wasatch leading 2-0. He's going to square on the first pitch. The pitch is high. He'll pull back. Pickoff move to first is close, but not in time. The 1-0, he'll square again. That pitch is outside again, so 2-0 now the count. After the 2-0, looks like Payson going to switch it up a little bit. Number system with the wristbands here for the Lions. Livingston comes set. Another square, and this time he will get a piece of it. Fouls it straight back as he drops the bat head, and that'll move the count to 2-1.
Ty, you've always liked your electronic scoreboard in football, calling the plays, right? Put your numbers on there. What about getting an electronic scoreboard here in baseball? Just third base coach, just sign it in over there, right? Don't need to call it out, just hold it up. The guys can all see it. You love your scoreboard. You do that as a baseball coach?
I'd love to do it as a baseball coach. The 2-1, that one's in there for a strike as well. Another pickoff move, but not in time. So 2-2 the count after another failed bunt attempt.
Let's see if Max can entice a ground ball here or maybe a punch out.
Tries to go with the off speed. Gets the hitter to react to it, but doesn't pull the string enough, so that'll move the count to 3-2. 3 balls, 2 strikes, nobody out here in the bottom of the second. Wasatch again leading 2-0. Livingston takes a peek. Pretty good lead over there. The pitch inside corner, doesn't get it, and that'll be walk number 2 on the day. And Payson's in business with runners on first and second, nobody out.
Yeah, I expect them to go back to the bunt here, Tyler, but being selective, as Max has given a couple free passes already. But just like Wasatch's been able to manufacture runs, I would expect Payson to try to do the same thing here. Ty, just scanning over this RPI standing here. We're about to the time where it's going to freeze here pretty quick. Only a couple days away before that'll freeze here, and so committing this to memory. But there have been a couple minor moves here. Maple Mountain has actually dropped down to number 2. Spanish Fork has moved up to number 1. Pleasant Grove still holding steady at number 3. But that gap is closing. The Vikings are just behind. Hit them, Ty. Just behind Maple Mountain for that number 2 spot. And really the question I'd ask here is, what do you need to do to stay in the top 8? And Wasatch at that .576. That is not too far ahead of number 9. The number 9 spot, .554. And so, again, just emphasizing one more time, the gravity of this series, it's enormous. If you drop 1 or 2 in this series, you're probably going to fall out of an opportunity to get into the top 8 if Wasatch loses both games in this series.
Bring up Shargard after the hit by pitch. So bases are now loaded. That pitch is going to be in there for a strike. Senior hitting .268 on the season. Has 8 RBIs. Comes up with a big RBI opportunity here, trying to get back in this thing. Wasatch going to play double play depth across the diamond. Pitch misses inside, moves the count to 1-1.
Well, if you're Shawguard, you got to wear that one, right? And that's in on the thighs. It's a run, and kind of flinched and tiptoeing away from it. So he can come through with a knock, but that was a free RBI if he stood in there.
1 ball, 1 strike, swing and a miss, strike 2. Livingston doing a good job of coming back after a walk and a hit by pitch. Gave up a single to get the inning started. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The pitch. And gets him to swing at 1 out of the zone. Second Gravity Coalition strikeout of the day for Livingston, and Wasatch has their first out here in the bottom of the second.
Yeah, that's what the doctor ordered, and that's been his kryptonite. That's the 20th strikeout on the year for Shawguard. Tyler easily leads the team in that number. Nobody on Payson over 13 beyond him. And so that's what you need to do there if you're Max. This is one of the tougher guys to strike out here on Payson, Tyler. Brangle in play normally. Not the highest batting average, .256, but he does apply pressure putting into play.
Another senior on the team here for the Lions. First pitch of the at-bat is going to be swung on right at Faller. Faller's going to make the catch and double up the runner at second base, and Wasatch gets out of the inning. No runs on 1 hit, no errors. 2 are left on base as Wasatch gets out of it after giving up bases loaded with no outs.
Hey there, Heber City. Are you tired of dings, dents, and scrapes ruining the beauty of your beloved vehicle? Look no further than Robards Collision, the ultimate destination for all your auto body needs. At Robards Collision, they've been offering top-notch collision repairs and outstanding customer service. Their team of expert technicians is passionate about bringing your car back to its original glory, no matter the size of damage. Their state-of-the-art facility is equipped with cutting-edge technology, ensuring precise and accurate repairs. They handle it all with precision and care. Timberline Ace Hardware is committed to helping their neighbors and their communities, and because they're in the neighborhood, they can deliver almost anything you need. So shop in store or online for whatever your home or yard needs. Choose from top brands like Milwaukee, Stihl, Traeger, and Benjamin Moore. Then pick up in store, curbside, or they'll deliver your order right to your home. Around the block, what you need in stock with people that know how to help. Timberline Ace Hardware, serving the community for over 50 years.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
5, 4, 3, 2. KTMP Heber City and live sports coverage with Ty and Ty.
Top of the third, brought to you by the Gordon Law Group, your full-service local law firm practicing in all areas of the law. They take pride in saying, yeah, we do that. Wasatch avoided a big inning there from Payson. Bases loaded, nobody out. Livingston gets the strikeout, and then a nice play from Faller on the line out that was able to double up the runner at second. And Wasatch still leads 2-0 as we move into the top half of the third. It'll be 3-4-5 up for Wasatch. Matthews followed by Faller and then Tatton.
Wasatch doing a good job of leaving guys on bases and getting them off the bases when they get there, Tyler. Already 2 that they've wiped off the bags in 2 innings when they get there. Caught a guy stealing in the first inning and doubling up one there in that inning. It could have been 4 left on base, but according to the stats, it's just going to be 2 left on base there, Ty.
Pitches in there for a strike. Royal singled up the middle in his first at bat and then was stranded at third base. Again, hitting on the left-handed batter's box. Actually dropped to second on the team tie in batting average. Braxton Fowler, who's been on a tear, is currently number 1 with a .435. Matthews, .422. Second pitch is going to be fouled off down the first base line. 0-2 now the count.
Yeah, tough for a guy who's had 5 hits over the last couple games to drop in the batting average to a teammate that's hot, but that's just how good Braxton's been lately.
0-2 is going to be a ground ball to the second baseman. Going to get between the legs of the second baseman. First error of the game for Payson, and Wasatch has the leadoff guy on.
It's one of those that you get the yips as it's coming to you because it's hit right at the second baseman.
Well, and it was a good hit ball as well, right? Hard ground ball.
And that's, something you've talked about often is the best way to catch that is stay on the move, right? Like go attack. Take a couple steps in. Don't sit back. When you sit back on those things, they can eat you up. And looks like one more step was probably what the doctor ordered there on that one.
Bring up Fowler, who walked in his first at bat, a good at bat. He saw 8 pitches in that first at bat. That pitch is going to miss high for ball 1.
Ty, checking out this Payson team a little bit closer with the numbers. Batting average below 300 as a team, 296. So not bad, but definitely not the firepower that Wasatch has bringing to the plate. The pitching has been the strong point here for Payson, Tyler. And they've got a couple guys that they'll usually put the ball in their hands to go get a win. Madison is not one of them. Ty, their horses are Roseman and Braithwaite that they keep throwing off. And Roseman, 30.2 innings pitched on the year. Braithwaite, 29 innings pitched. Madison, only 15 innings on the year.
Pitch is way high. It's going to get away from the catcher, and so Wasatch is going to advance the runner to second. So a 2-1 count here to Fowler, and now a runner in scoring position. If you have their schedule up, Ty, who does Payson end with? Wasatch ends with Maple Mountain.
Yeah, Payson's going to close it out against Spanish Fork, Ty.
Interesting.
Both of those guys, tough series. So that's number 1 and number 2. Wasatch gets number 2 according to the RPI. Payson gets number 1.
2-1 the count.
I'll tell you, Ty, looking too at Maple Mountain's schedule, I think they're a really good team, but
that 2-1 pitch is going to be smoked right back up the middle. Fowler stays hot. Give him another RBI on the season as Matthews will come in to score. Fowler will advance to second on the overthrow. Great baseball there from Wasatch. Up the middle base knock, a single, and then advance. Wasatch leads 3-0.
That is good baseball, Tyler. Wasatch is doing all the little things that don't show up in the box score. They're doing them all well right now. Each inning they've been able to get 1 run and do a couple other things just because the other team's not executing. It's a bad job by Payson on giving that second base away, overthrowing. And Braxton heads up, taking it right away as soon as Payson goes long on the throw. And now you got another runner in scoring position with nobody out.
Bring up Tatton. I'd be surprised to see a little bunt action here. Tatton, a really good bunter down that third base side. Instead, they're going to let him swing away. That pitch misses with the ball.
Ty, finish my thought. I think Maple Mountain is extremely good, but I think it's one that Wasatch, if they play their best ball, they've got an opportunity there, Tyler, against Maple Mountain. Going to have to be at their best, though. That's a team that you just can't give away free ones to like Wasatch has been doing lately.
1-0, a good lead from Fowler. And, that one's going to go off the knee of Tatton. That one will sting a little bit, but he'll jog it down to first base. Runners on first and second. Well, he's going to try to jog it down to first base.
He's going
to that one, Ty.
He's going to shift down a gear and take his time walking down there, and I don't blame him, Ty. That one sounded
off the bone.
Sounded rough.
And he's going to take a little bit of time. Pausing the action brought to you by Physical at the Fit Stop. Do you sometimes feel dizzy or unstable? Give them a call at 435-654-5607. Let Physical see how you can improve your balance and regain your freedom. Do you have a story, Ty, of when you got hit the worst in your baseball career? Because I'll be flat out honest, Ty. Like, I took pride in being fast and quick, and I got out of the way. I got out of the way a lot. There was one time, there was one game I remember, bases loaded, we just needed 1 run, and I standed on that plate, and I said, just hit me, because let's get this run in. But
Ty, for me, I played catcher, and so I got hit multiple times every game just blocking it on purpose. And so the worst one that comes to my mind is when I blocked poorly and exposed my neck, and it hit me in the neck and ended up knocking me out. So that's probably the worst one I can think of.
Pitch misses in the dirt for ball one. Again, Braxton Fowler on second, Tatton on first. He'll stay in the game. We'll bring up Livingston, grounded out to the third baseman in his last at bat.
I've seen some rough ones, though, there, Tyler. Some guys that get hit in the head and start walking the wrong direction, going to third base rather than first base.
That pitch is in the dirt. Runners are going to advance. Catcher a little bit late getting over to it. Check swing's going to be ball two. Runners on second and third. Nobody out still for Wasatch. I think the worst one, Ty, that I saw was we had a hitter who was so far ahead of it, he swung and fouled it off into his face. Do you remember that, Ty, down in St. George, Trevin Hansen? And,
And that one stopped for, there was some blood. We had to get that thing resolved. And, that one was a tough one.
The 2-0 gets the outside corner for strike one. 2-1 now the count here to Livingston.
The ones that are always a little bit of a crack up, Tyler, are the guys that have just committed to swinging no matter where the pitch is. And so they swing and then the ball hits them.
Yeah.
Which seen a number of times on that one too. That one's adding insult to injury, right? Because you have to stay in the box. It counts as a strike.
2-1 pitch is going to be swung on. It's going to be a high hopper. A great read from Fowler. He'll score. That throw is going to go out of play. Wasatch should, let's see, the runner at second didn't advance to third. So Wasatch on the throwing error will have Livingston advance to second and Tatton.
Yeah, that's a throwing error, but that's an RBI single for Max as well, Tyler. That ball was so high in the air. Max was across first base before that ball was overthrown. And so the overthrow is going to give Max second, but I think that's a single all the way for Max. It's not a pretty single, but it's an effective single.
That'll bring 2 runs in here in the third, so Wasatch 4-0, and still runners on second and third. Still nobody out. Wasatch has a chance to blow this thing open here in the top half of the third.
And it feels like they need to right now, Tyler. Looking at this Payson team, there's just something it looks like mentally right now that's not quite locked in for Payson. And I think Wasatch has a chance to bury them in this inning if they can continue to execute here. You mentioned the catcher just a little lazy. You've had the overthrow on the hit here from Fowler that allowed him to advance. Now an error on third base on the throw. Just everything looks a little off with Payson. I think a knock here from Crew could really bust this thing wide open.
Marcus McCoy will come in to speed up run for Livingston. Another run that comes in, once again brought to you by Stone Insurance. Give Lawn Stone a call and start saving today. Matson comes set, delivers first pitch. That pitch is going to be well in front of the bag. Good job from the catcher of blocking it. Keeps the runners at bay, and still nobody out on a 1-0 count. .40 the score. Wasatch 2 runs in the inning. 1 run in the first, 1 run in the second. 2 so far here in the third. The 1-0 swung on. It's going to go off of Baxter. So that'll be a foul ball. 1-1 now the count.
You like the dirt mounds or the turf mounds more, Ty? This one, the old traditional dirt mound. Tall.
Really tall. From what standpoint? From a head coach who has to take care of it? I like the turf.
I mean player. I know they didn't let you on the mound very often.
They told me never to go on that mound, so don't really have too much of an opinion on it. The 1-1 is going to get back to the backstop. Tatton's going to try to score from third. He will score from third, and Wasatch takes the 5-0 lead here in the top of the third.
Well, that knee looks okay there, Tyler. Good jump from Trevin, running okay. That's a good sign to see. I bet he'll feel it a little bit tomorrow, but right now he's moving okay.
McCoy will advance to third base on the pass ball again. Second run that Wasatch has scored on that situation. And now Baxter, who grounded out to the shortstop in his last at bat. Good play from the shortstop.
Yeah, it was a well-struck ball, Tyler. It was a good barrel.
The 2-1, that's a well-struck barrel as well. Right back up the middle, another base knock between the second and shortstop, and that'll bring in another run. 4 runs now in the inning, and Wasatch leads 6-0.
All right, this is it, Ty. Don't be satisfied. This is a good visit here from Payson. In fact, it might be time for a move.
And that'll do it. We'll go ahead and take a break. Wasatch leading 6-0 here in the top of the third. Runner on first, still nobody out. Otis Sweat on deck.
You'll always find the best deals and expert service at your local Napa Auto Parts store. We offer expert service in helping you find the parts you're looking for your current project, as well as Milwaukee tools. We can also help you with most motorsport, RV, and vehicle battery needs at your local Napa Auto Parts store in Heber City.
Napa know-how, Napa know-how, Napa know-how, Napa know-how.
America is preparing to celebrate its 250th birthday, and you're invited to the party. Let Freedom Ring 250 is a free virtual discovery hunt encouraging you to explore the history and local landmarks that shape our story. This initiative is proudly sponsored by the Discovery Family Coalition, Wasatch Behavioral Health, and the Caring Community Coalition. To join, download the Goose Chase app and enter code FREEDOM250WC. Let freedom ring.
A UCCU home equity line of credit puts your home's equity to work for you. Finish your basement or yard and raise your home's value. Pay off higher interest, help with college or weddings. It's peace of mind knowing that you have a low-rate line of credit ready for whatever, whenever. UCCU will also provide you with a home equity Visa card, giving you instant access to your equity. Learn more or start your application today at uccu.com or stop by any branch. UCCU. Love where you bank.
We at Guild Mortgage help people build personal wealth through real estate, be it your first home, next home, dream home, or investment property. At Guild Mortgage, we help you refinance for that lower interest rate, shorter term, or home remodel. At Guild Mortgage, we help you plan for retirement by owning multiple investment properties and can even add to your retirement plan with a reverse mortgage. We at Guild Mortgage believe everyone can own what matters.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. KTMP Heber City and live sports coverage with Ty and Ty.
Pitching change brought to you by Wasatch Napa Auto Parts. You'll always find the best deals and expert service with your local Napa Auto Parts store. Stop by today. And a little bit of conversation of, I believe, possibly the sleeves, Ty. I don't think you're allowed to have white sleeves. So he's going to have to undress out here on the mound.
Sometimes the rules, Ty. You know, the rules are funny. So I just say, let's go, right? That's not going to make that big of a deal over here. But rules are rules. Let me tell you a little bit about this kid, Ty. 4.4 ERA, 8 appearances on the season, 27 innings pitched. Gets about 8 strikeouts for every 7 innings he pitches, Tyler. So he's their second best strikeout guy on the team by the numbers. And Ty, maybe their most accurate guy on the team. As far as innings pitched, only walks about 1 every, it's about 2 per game is what it translates to be here for him. So this kid's pretty
Strike
good.
thrower.
Yeah, he's going to be around the mound. He's going to throw a lot of strikes, and he's going to throw some good stuff.
First pitch is going to be low for ball 1. Catcher thought that was a strike, but we're going to keep it at 1-0 the count. Sweat struck out in his first at bat. Again, came into the season or this game 322.
It's a straight switch. Madison goes to short as Hauser comes to the mound. Tie for Payson.
The 1-0 misses high for ball 2. 2-0 now the count.
That's good velo. He's got a live arm and a good breaking pitch, but showed them both on the first 2 pitches. So, not a great sequence here for Payson.
A couple of interesting games on the season for Payson. Won a 2-1 game to Timpview where they went into the 7th hitless. That pitch misses inside, so 3-0 the count.
You know, I wonder, Ty, this is maybe overthinking things, but he threw all his warm-up pitches with the sleeves on, right? And then after, they make him take off the sleeves, and it's got to affect things a little bit, right? I mean, the motion and the mechanics, and I wonder if it's going to take him a little bit before he settles in.
Pickoff move to Baxter. Mentioned Colorado School of the Mines commit. A couple of other commitments last couple of days, Ty. Fisher, Fisher going to play volleyball back in the Virginia State, and so he signed yesterday. 4 straight balls will give Sweat the walk. So Ty, you said 1 or 2 walks per 7 innings, just trying to get him out of the way.
Yeah.
To get things started.
Yeah, Ty, he's it's just a tad over 2 per 7 innings. It's like 2.1 walks every 7 innings for him. So, yeah, there's 1.
Miguel Armendariz will come in to speed up run here for Sweat. It's the 4th walk or hit by pitch on the game for Payson. First and second, nobody out. Eddie Bluth, who had a single and scored. His single went the opposite way to the left field side, also stole a base, and then ended up scoring on a 1st and 3rd play. Steps in on left-handed box with Salmon on deck. Hauser takes a look at both base runners. Now comes set. First baseman playing in front of the base runner. This pitch is going to be swung on and roped, and that one's not going to be caught. Got by him, pick him up, put him down. 1 run will come in. Extra base hit for Eddie Bluth. Our 2 runs going to come in. Can't see the third baseman. They're going to try to score. Armendariz will score. It's a 2 RBI double with nobody out by Eddie Bluth, and Wasatch has now taken the 8-0 lead.
It was a gamble that didn't pay off for Baum, the right fielder of Payson, Tyler. It looked for a moment like he had an angle to get to that ball. I thought it, he thought it, and so he kind of undercut it to cut that off in the air rather than circle around and keep the runners in front of him. And he missed, Tyler. Didn't make it to the ball and then tripped. And that thing getting all the way to the fence made it easy for Wasatch to score 2.
8-0 the lead. Wasatch 6 runs scored in the inning on 4 hits. A single from Fowler, a single from Livingston, a single from Baxter, and now a double from Bluth. Bring up Salmon, who also singled on a infield single in his first at bat. He'll take strike 1.
Yeah, Wasatch kind of creeping up on the hits, Ty. 7 hits now on the day. We're only in the 3rd inning. 8 runs, though, on only 7 hits. Never want to see that if you're the opposing team.
0-1 pitch is going to be swung on, elevated, foul. Nice play by the first baseman. He'll make the catch for out number 1. Bring up Austin Brown, hit by pitch and scored in his first at bat, grounded out to the second baseman. Nice play from the second baseman, back to end the top half of the second.
Yeah, and Roseman, that kid that just made that play at first, Ty, that may be their ace on this team. Lefty leads the team in innings pitched. I wonder if Wasatch will see him on Thursday in their matchup there at Wasatch.
Good lead here from Bluth at second base. Pitch is swung on and missed. Nice off-speed pitch there from Hauser. Gets strike 1. Hauser comes set, takes a peek at Bluth. Again, a good lead from Bluth at second base. Second look and delivers. Another swing and a miss. 0-2 now to count.
Yeah, I got his timing off on that one, Ty. I'm not sure what Austin was looking for, but it wasn't that one. He looked like he was a little behind. Didn't get on plane. Need to be a little bit shorter and compact here on this one.
No balls, 2 strikes. 2-look delivery here again from Hauser. And pretty good spot, but it's below the knees, probably outside. And that'll move count to 1-2.
Yeah, catcher couldn't handle it on top of that, Ty. He kind of went looking for it as well. Hard to get a call if your catcher's not squeezing it.
1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 away. Hauser steps off the mound, has to reset. One look delivery this time, misses way outside. That'll move the count to 2-2. Just we're down here to watch Wasatch Lacrosse take on Payson. Nice facilities. School's done. We got to call a game in their gymnasium this year for the basketball side of things. Beautiful school, beautiful stadium. And they've done some work to the baseball field. It's funny how baseball just stays. Like, we're just going to keep the baseball field how it
Everything's changed other than the baseball field.
The 2-2.
Baseball field is nice, Ty.
The 2-2 pitch is going to be skied high to shallow right field. First baseman couldn't see it, and that will eventually land foul. It was out of play either way. And so Austin will get another shot, another crack at it with a 2-2 count.
Yeah, we've been down here a lot this year, Ty. Our 4th trip down to Payson. As you mentioned, football.
We didn't need to mention the football one.
Basketball, lacrosse, and now baseball. But a busy year down here. It's mostly gone well for Wasatch.
Yeah,
that Payson basketball game was maybe the game of the year for the boys basketball team. Lacrosse dominated. And you say football's forgettable. Football, the first half was excellent.
It's the best half of the year offensively for us.
Second half is probably the worst football half that Wasatch has played in a long time.
2-2. It's going to be a sharp hit ground ball through the 3-4 hole. It's going to bounce off the right fielder. Wasatch will be able to bring in another run on another single. It's now 9-0 for Wasatch.
Oh, good job from Austin. Saw a lot of pitches and hit the ball hard. Puts a lot of pressure on the defense when you hit it hard on the ground.
Bring up Royal Matthews. He's reached twice, singled up the middle in his first at bat, reached on an error to start the inning, and then ended up scoring. Wasatch now has scored 2 through 9 in their lineup here in this top half of the third. 9-0 the score. First pitch is going to miss outside, 4-1. Watching Royal hit tight to so many of the little things right. He used to coach, watch that ball all the way to the glove, even on a take, and he just does that. Just letting the umpire know, hey, I'm seeing this just as much as you are. Doesn't swing at many bad pitches, and it reflects in his batting average. 2-0 now the count.
You know, Royal's the kind of kid, too. Ty, as a pitcher, you notice that, too, right? It's like as soon as the pitcher gets the ball, you look at Royal right now, he's locked in, right? He's seeing everything that the pitcher is doing. He's watching the ball, every movement. Like you said, he's watching it all the way back to the catcher. It just feels like a guy who's like, make a mistake, I dare you, and I'm going to be all over this thing.
Not a lot of wind down here at Payson. Something said in the dugout, Ty, that's going to cause the umpire to talk to Coach McCoy.
Well, Ty, this has been a pretty good start for Wasatch. 9-0 ahead here against Payson. But I will mention, just a little more history. We've got a lot of data on these teams at this point. And Payson has found themselves down in other games this year, most notably the Springville game, Tyler, that they won 8-7. Payson came back and scored 7 runs in the 5th inning of that game to retake that lead. They were down fairly significantly there. So the record shows Payson won't just go away. Wasatch needs to keep piling it on if they can here early on.
The 2-0 here to Royal. Upstairs again. That'll be ball 3. Three balls, no strikes. Austin Brown still on first, 1 away. Wasatch with 7 runs in here in the top half of the third, leading 9-0. 3-0, misses upstairs again, and that'll be the second walk of the inning here for Hauser. And puts runners on first and second. Will bring up Fowler. Walked in his first at bat, singled, and brought in a run in his second.
Got a big one tomorrow in region play, Ty, as far as Wasatch trying to stay in the hunt at the top of the standings. Maple Mountain and Pleasant Grove swearing off. Pleasant Grove got Maple Mountain in the first one, Tyler. So Vikings, 1 loss in region play. Maple Mountain, 2 losses in region play. Wasatch, 3 losses in region play. Spanish Fork, 3 losses in region play. And so all 4 of those teams are kind of hovering in the hunt there, right? And if Maple Mountain can get a win over Pleasant Grove, then Wasatch can knock Maple Mountain off a couple times. There's a shot for Wasatch to still get a region title.
Braxton fooled on the first pitch. Check swing, strike 1. Takes ball 2, or excuse me, takes the second pitch for ball 1. 1-1 now the count. 1 ball, 1 strike, still 1 out. Runners on first and second are Brown and Matthews. Hauser takes a look at Brown, delivers the 1-1. Swung on, it's going to be a ground ball that's going to get through the 5-6 hole. Brown's going to try to score from second on the one. The throw is not going to be in time. Another RBI. How about 2 RBIs in the same inning for Braxton Fowler? And Wasatch now leads 10-0.
You know, Ty, at some point it comes to an end. Hitters can't stay this hot all year long. But the way Braxton's swinging right now is about as hot, as good of a streak as we've seen over the last 10 years calling baseball. He has just been phenomenal. That's got to put him near 600 with his batting average now in region play, Tyler. He has been so good, and we are not at the beginning of region play. Wasatch is 10 games in.
Almost done with region play.
Exactly. Wasatch is 10 games in. Ump got hit again, Ty.
And it was on a strike, Ty. That pitch is going to be in for a strike. It's going to go off the catcher, and it's going to bounce all the way to third base. Both runners are going to advance. That's the craziest sequence I might have seen.
No. It hit the ump and then the catcher and then
went to third base, and it was called a strike. That was a strike.
Well, every game, something happens in baseball, right? It's a little different.
Well, with the 10-run lead, Payson is still going to bring in the infield with runners on second and third. Tatton hit by pitch in his first at-bat in this inning. Struck out in his first at-bat. The 0-1 swung on and fouled off. That'll move the count to 0-2.
Well, Ty, these two have a chance. First inning, had runners in scoring position like this, right? And Trevin and Max didn't come through in that situation. See if they can get some knocks here. I'd like to get a little more, get a little insurance on that 10-run mercy rule that Wasatch will obviously be hoping to have here in this one.
0-2, full Tatton. Tatton really tried to pull back, and he does pull back. So 1-2 the count.
I think we had a better view than that umpire out there, Tyler. That was pretty close.
It was pretty close. He did all he could to try to keep that bat head back. Almost went his whole body. That pitch has fooled Wasatch a couple of times. Pretty good off-speed pitch. 1-2. Hauser comes set, working out of the stretch. The pitch. That one misses. 2-2 now to count. One of the things Payson hasn't done well on the pitching staff side of things, Ty, is when they've gotten up in the count, they haven't missed close. And so haven't gotten Wasatch to swing at a lot of bad pitches. And then Wasatch's done a good job of getting some of those mistakes that are up in the zone. And also not trying to do too much, Ty. A lot of singles in the game today for Wasatch. The 2-2, that one's in there and fouled off for, keeps the count at 2-2.
You're right, Ty, but they're good barreled singles, right?
Yeah,
I mean, they're putting good barrels on it. They're hitting the ball hard, but on the line or on the ground, and it's put a lot of pressure here on Payson.
9 hits on the game through the first 3 innings for Wasatch, only 1 double. So 8 singles, 1 double. Payson a couple of errors here in the inning. Another 2-2. That one above the belt. 4-3. 3-2 now the count. Three balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Hauser comes set. The payoff. And rings him up on the outside corner for strike 3. That'll be out number 2 in the inning, and will bring us to Livingston. Livingston singled and brought in a run in his last at bat. It was a high hopper to the third baseman. He's gone to the third baseman twice, Ty, on the high hopper. Was able to beat out the second one. Still has a couple of opportunities here for RBIs. Has 1 RBI already on the game. First pitch. Goes with the off-speed. Gets the inside corner on the off-speed for strike 1.
Good take. Not what you're looking for on the first pitch there. But it's a good pitch. Now it gives options to Hauser on the mound. He can go back to that one a couple more times with the base open at first. See if we can get Max to chase a little bit.
The 0-1. And that one, they call a strike.
A little up, a little out.
We're directly behind the right-handed batter from where we're sitting, but yeah, definitely look high enough from our angle. 0-2 now the count here to Livingston. Hauser comes set, delivers the 0-2. Gets Livingston to swing. It's going to be in the dirt. Catcher's going to have to throw it down to first, and we'll do it. But the damage is done. Wasatch scores 8 runs on 6 hits. There were 2 errors in the inning, and 2 are left on base. 10-0 as we move into the bottom half of the third.
Are you ready for lunch? Well, the Dairy King home on the train is serving the best food with friends and family in the Valley and have been the winner of Best of State for 20 years. They've recently been named the best of Utah for their milkshakes. You've got to try their delicious train burger with an Oreo shake. They also have those yummy salads that just hit the spot, or a turkey breast sandwich that tickles the taste buds. They've proudly been serving the Heber Valley for 78 years at the Dairy King home on the train, serving deliciousness daily. Stop in today.
Unlock your potential at Bonnie Joseph Academy, your local beauty school. Explore the art of cosmetology, barbering, hair design, basic aesthetics, master aesthetics, and nail tech programs. Visit bonniejosephacademy.edu to learn more and enroll today. Financial aid is available for qualifying students, and we offer flexible schedules and distant education options. Transform your passion into a rewarding career at Bonnie Joseph Academy, where beauty meets expertise. Bonnie Joseph Academy, Heber City.
Hungry for mouth-watering all-American comfort food? Look no further. Chubby's has just opened in Heber Valley, bringing you award-winning burgers and cheesesteaks made from 100% premium black Angus beef. With 9 Utah locations, our family-owned and operated restaurant knows how to satisfy your cravings. And don't forget to treat yourself to our delicious desserts. Come taste the difference today at Chubby's, located at 220 North Main Street. Chubby's Cafe, your neighborhood destination for the food you crave.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. KTMP, Heber City, and live sports coverage with Ty and Ty.
Heading to the bottom of the third inning here at Payson High School. Wasatch broke this thing open in the top of the third. It's now 10-0 in favor of Wasatch in a pivotal series. And Max Livingston will come back out on the mound with a 10-run lead and get rolling early on. There's a called strike one fastball down in the zone. Batter will be Baum, the right fielder for Payson. And there's a quick swing and a miss on the high fastball. Definitely a ball that was out of the zone, but Baum could not help himself to chase after that one. Baum coming into this game hitting only 133 on the year. Just 3 hits. That one's a little bit down. Ball 1. Baum hasn't had a lot of opportunities as far as plate appearances. This is only his 16th at bat on the season. There's ball 2 from Livingston. Ball 3, that one way outside. Otis diving with the backhand over there to stop, keeps it in front. That runs the count full at 3-2. Max was quickly up 0-2 on this one. And there's a ball in play, fly ball heading towards foul territory down the first base line. Tatton going to make the grab. Battling with the dugout and trying to get to his position. Tough play, but he snags it. And that's the first out of the inning. That'll bring us to the top of the lineup for the Payson Lions. Top of the lineup found their way on base. 4 out of the first 6 batters actually got on base, but Wasatch was able to catch one stealing, get a double play on a couple other ones. There's a fastball that's way up and away, makes it all the way to the backstop for ball 1. Hauser, the hitter. Hauser 0 for 1 on the day. First at bat for Hauser, he struck out swinging. There's a strike, another high fastball, kind of similar to the one that was just called on Max. He's getting that call coming back. 1-1 now the count. Here's the ball in play. Fly ball heading towards left field to Bluth. Shallow. Bluth coming in and makes the grab between Fowler and Bluth and Matthews. And the second out is retired here in the bottom of the third inning. 2 quick outs there for Livingston. At this point, Wasatch leading. 10 runs scored, 9 hits, no errors on the day for Wasatch. Payson, no runs, only 1 hit on the day, and 2 errors for the Lions, both made in that last inning, where Wasatch scored 8. Stepping up to the plate will be Marvin. He'll take ball 1 outside. Marvin hitting .270 on the year, 3 home runs, 1 triple, 6 doubles. 10 extra base hits on the year for Martin, which is a pretty big number for a guy who only has 17 hits on the year. There's another ball, quickly runs the count to 3-0. None of those pitches missing close either. Livingston got some work to get back into this one. From the windup, ball 4, and Marvin will quickly trot down to first base. So, each inning, Payson has at least been able to put a runner on base. Haven't been able to do much with it at this point. Braithwaite going to step up to the plate. Number 3 hitter for the Lions. And pretty easily their best hitter. .481 on the year for Braithwaite. 26 hits on the season. 18 RBIs, 3 home runs, a triple, and 2 doubles. Livingston delivers. Hard hit ground ball to Fowler. Steps to the backhand and makes it look easier than it was. Smooth play from Braxton as he throws it over to Salmon at second base for the final put out of the third inning. And we'll head to the top of the fourth. Wasatch leading 10-0 over Payson.
Here at Country Gardens and Nursery, we hope that you feel that you are home when you are away from home as you go around our perennial floor checking out the newest and latest for beauty for your garden. As you wander into our indoor plant shop, seeing the possibility of what could be yours, stop by Country Gardens and Nursery, your home away from home. 1401 US 189, Heber City, Utah. And don't forget to check us out on social media for quick tips and tricks throughout the season.
Big O Tires in Heber is your one-stop shop for tires and service. What was once Point S is now Big O Tires. Same service, but different name. We're locally owned and operated and want to help you get your vehicle ready to road trip this summer. Stop in for all your name brand tires, oil changes, alignments, brakes, batteries, shocks, struts, and a whole lot more. Plus, Big O Tires offers financing options to fit any budget or any situation. Visit us today. Big O Tires, the team you trust.
Check out the Fit Stop Health Club. It's more than a great facility. Their employees and staff create a comfortable, caring, supportive place for men and women of all ages, as well as their families, to work out. They have your tanning beds, massage, and personal trainers. Find your new groove. Jump into their therapy pool with endless laps. They have Group X classes with nationally certified and specially trained instructors. See what the Fit Stop offers. Go to their website at fitstophealthclub.com. For more information, call 654-2131.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. KTMP Heber City and live sports coverage with Ty and Ty.
New pitcher in the game here for Payson. Bushnell will come in onto the mound. That'll make a few other defensive changes. Madison will head from short out to right field, and Hauser will head back to shortstop. Wasatch leading 10-0 in this one as we head to the top of the fourth inning. And Bushnell will already be the third pitcher in the game here for Payson. 8th appearance on the season here for Bushnell. 1.66 ERA on the year, which, looking at the stats, that's certainly one of the better ones there. However, he has been seldomly used. 5th on the team in innings pitched. Giving up 8 hits in 12 innings pitched on the year. 14 strikeouts, though. Going to start off with a strike there to Crew Baxter. Fouled off straight back over the top, out of play. 0-1 now the count. Bushnell, a junior. Looks like he's got a pretty good live arm here. Working from the wind-up here in his first time in this one. Slow, methodical wind-up. Zips in a fastball outside. Can't be handled behind the dish. Rango back there catching today for the Lions. And he's been busy. Been beat up a little bit. Several wild pitches here for Payson on the day. A couple pass balls for Rango. Crew, 1-1 count. Crew also 1 hit on the day, 1 for 2, an RBI single in his last at bat. Fouls off that one, straight back yet again, keeping our count, moving the count, to 1-2. Yeah, Wasatch already looking to add to their big lead here. Mentioned a little earlier, if you were with us, we were talking early on in our Dairy King pregame show. This is a big matchup. Payson number 6 in the RPI, Wasatch number 7. There's a ground ball to first base. Going to be handled there, and unassisted put out for Payson for the first out of the inning. Roseman on the play over there. Big lefty first baseman. That'll retire Baxter. He's now 1 for 3 on the day. That'll bring Otis Sweat up to the plate. Sweat's 0 for 1. Walked in his last at bat. But Payson sitting at number 6 in the RPI. Wasatch at number 7, and it is by the narrowest of margins. Payson 5-6-6-4 is their RPI number. Wasatch 5-7-6. Pardon, I said that wrong. Payson 5-7-6-6 and Wasatch 5-7-6-4. So very close. There's a drag bunt from Sweat down the third base line, but a good play there from the pitcher to jump off the mound. Bushnell has it and is going to fire a dart over there to first base and retire Sweat. 2 quick outs here to start the top of the fourth inning. Good athlete on the mound is Bushnell. Each arm they throw out here, Payson, you can see why they've been effective this year. They've got some good live arms. Wasatch has just been on it. The bat's a little better than the pitching today. That'll bring Eddie Bluth up to the plate, 2 for 2 on the day, single and double, and another shot. This one ripped to right field, but right at the right fielder, Madsen, who will make the grab. But Eddie Bluth is on the barrel today. Another laser beam off the bat, but that'll end the fourth inning for Wasatch. We'll head to the bottom of the fourth. Payson trying to get on the board. Wasatch in front, 10-0.
Hi, this is Corbin Gordon from Gordon Law Group. I commonly get approached by people with the same question. Hey, do you guys do a particular type of law? The answer is almost always, yeah, we do that. We are the Valley's only full-service law firm that has been in business for over 20 years. We have 5 experienced attorneys who do estate work, litigation, business formation, real estate, water law, divorce, criminal defense, and many others. Gordon Law Group, yeah, we do that.
At Heber Park City Appliance, you're getting a dedicated team of professionals who go out of their way to keep your home running smoothly. And when we say team, we're talking about 40 years of winning service and reliability. We're here to boost your at-home satisfaction long after your purchase. So when it's fourth quarter and your fridge goes out, oh man, be confident knowing we're a team that will go the distance for you. Heber Park City Appliance in Heber City. Visit us online at HeberAppliance.com.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. KTMP Heber City and live sports coverage with Ty and Ty.
Bottom of the fourth inning brought to you by Gravity Coalition, offering the best in bikes, skis, snowboards, skateboards, and more. Located in Midway, Utah, or visit them online at gravitycoalition.com. This is a cool shop. It'll be 4, 5, 6 due up for Payson here in the bottom of the fourth inning. Wasatch leading 10-0. Livingston at this point only surrendered 1 hit on the day, and it was here to Neves. 1 for 1 on the day is the 4-hitter for Payson, a single to left field in his last at bat. Neves steps in. Livingston ready to go to work. First pitch down and away for ball 1. Fastball. Second one, a fastball way up in the zone, but Neves offers at it and swings well underneath it. Strike 1 on the swing and a miss. Neves 308 on the year, 15 RBIs, 21 hits on the season. And there's a shot down the left field line, but drawing foul, and it will be foul. That'll move the count to 1-2. So far, the early returns, haven't seen many pitches to Neves, but seems to be a little pull side heavy on the swing. Maybe a good time for Max to pull out a breaking pitch on the outer half. See if we can get him to roll over or swing over that. But a little tempting. Maybe go back to that high fastball after that first strike 2 for Livingston. We'll see what he draws up. 1-2 here the count. Livingston working from the windup. Neves steps in. Max into the windup. Delivers. Curveball. It's going to be fouled off down the left field line again. Keep it count 1-2. Curve stayed up in the zone a little bit. There's another breaking pitch. That one a little higher, up and away. Ball 2. 2-2 the count. Livingston shakes off. Now delivers. Another curveball. Another one up in the zone. Full count. 3-2. It's a good bat. This will be the 7th pitch of the at-bat. And timeout's going to be taken. Livingston working with too good of a pace, according to the umpire. Didn't like that he was in motion before the umpire was ready. Max into the windup. Delivers good fastball and a swing and a miss for strike 3. Well placed down in the zone. And Max avenges the only hit that he's given up in the game to this point, getting the strikeout on Neves. Got to bring Madsen up to the plate. This is Madsen's first official at bat on the day. His first at bat, he drew a walk. Was the starting pitcher here for Payson today. Going to be after the first pitch, and it's going to be a single to right field through the first baseman and the second baseman. And Payson will have their second hit of the game and their first base runner of the inning. Even though they only have 2 hits, Payson has steadily gotten 1 or 2 guys on base every inning. Had 1 on in the first, but Wasatch threw him out. Otis Sweat catching him at first base. Loaded up the bases with nobody out in the second. Looked like we were going to have a game. Then Max got a strikeout and then a line drive double play ball where Fowler was able to touch his bag and get it out at second. Wasatch stranded 2 on base that inning. There's a high fly ball heading to right field towards Colby. Colby will step in and make the grab for out number 2. That was Roseman on the at-bat. And Wasatch has 2 retired. In the third, Payson was able to get 1 man on by way of walk, and now here in the fourth, 1 man on by way of single. See if Livingston can minimize the damage yet again. Wasatch has stranded 3 on base here today, but only surrendered 2 hits. Shawgard coming up to the plate. 0 for 1 on the day for Shawgard. Struck out in his last at bat. And there's strike 1 from Livingston. 0-1 the count. In the bottom of the 4th inning, Wasatch baseball at Payson High School today. Leading 10-0. High fastball way out of the zone. Sweat stretching every bit he could to keep that in front. And he snags it. Able to hold that runner at first base a little longer. Madison a really short lead over at first. Now Max sees him stepping out a little farther. Going to step off the rubber and reset. Livingston eyeing that runner at first. Now delivers home and low in the dirt for ball 2. Madsen's taking an unusual lead. He takes a really small lead, only about 5 to 7 feet, and then when Max comes set, he kind of hops out with a couple big hops. There it is again, and another wild pitch inside nearly hits the hitter this time. Moved out of the way the last minute. 3-1 now the count. 2 away here in the bottom of the 4th. Wasatch holding a 10-0 lead over Payson. Livingston delivers and gets a swing and a miss there for strike number 2 on Shawgard. Full count. Runner will get a head start here with 2 away. Livingston delivers way in front of home plate. Sweat blocks it, but that's a live ball on ball 4. So Sweat will trot out there with a limp leg and snag that thing. It's another walk. That'll put runners on second and first base. And we'll bring Rangel up to the plate. Rangel had a sharply hit ball to the shortstop in his last at bat. It was a line drive that ended in a double play. And we're going to have a pause in the action. Coach McCoy going to come out here and have a conversation with his guys. I think maybe trying to buy Otis a little time, who took that ball in the leg as well. We'll take a quick break. Wasatch leading 10-0. Runner on first and second, 2 outs when we come back.
Hey, it's Nicole from Mountain Refined. I wanted to take a moment and invite you to visit our showroom. We are locally owned and operated with the largest selection in Wasatch County. In our showroom, you will find everything from bedding, home decor, gifts, jewelry, beautiful furnishings, and even flooring. We even have a large selection of protein powder. It won't take you long to find out what everyone's talking about. We can't wait to meet you. See you soon. We're located at 480 North Main Street in Heber City.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. KTMP Heber City and live sports coverage with Ty and Ty.
Payson threatening to get on the board for the first time here today. Trailing 10-0, but a runner in scoring position. And there's strike 1 from Livingston after the mound visit from Coach McCoy. Good fastball down in the zone. Rangel, 256 on the season, batting average. There's a high fastball for ball 1. Mentioned in his first at bat, though, this is a guy that's in play. Although it's a low batting average, he's productive at putting pressure on the other team, the catcher today for Payson. Livingston 1-1, takes a couple peek out at second base, holding the runner. Breaking pitch, up in the zone for ball 2. Two on the count. Livingston pauses, checks the runner. Gets a ground ball to second. Nice hop to Salmon, makes it easy, tosses over to first base. And we'll get the final out of the inning. And we will head to the top of the 5th. Wasatch holding a 10-0 lead over Payson when we come back.
Chad here from Mountain West Trailers. With over 20 years in business, we know you value strength and reliability. Whether it's for work or play, our dumping equipment trailers are built to last. Enclosed cargo trailers for business and fun, or open utility trailers for everything in between. With expert sales, parts, and repairs, we've got you covered. Haul it all, big or small, because Mountain West Trailers is always right behind you. Visit us at mountainwesttrailer.com or stop by at 1470 South Highway 40 here in Heber City, Utah.
Hey there, Heber City. Are you tired of dings, dents, and scrapes ruining the beauty of your beloved vehicle? Look no further than Robards Collision, the ultimate destination for all your auto body needs. At Robards Collision, they've been offering top-notch collision repairs and outstanding customer service. Their team of expert technicians is passionate about bringing your car back to its original glory, no matter the size of damage. Their state-of-the-art facility is equipped with cutting-edge technology, ensuring precise and accurate repairs. They handle it all with precision and care. Timberline Ace Hardware is committed to helping their neighbors and their communities, and because they're in the neighborhood, they can deliver almost anything you need. So shop in store or online for whatever your home or yard needs. Choose from top brands like Milwaukee, Stihl, Traeger, and Benjamin Moore. Then pick up in store, curbside, or they'll deliver your order right to your home. Around the block, what you need in stock with people that know how to help. Timberline Ace Hardware, serving the community for over 50 years.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
KTMP, Heber City, and live sports coverage with Ty and Ty.
Top of the fifth inning, Wasatch leading 10-0 over the Payson Lions. Chance to mercy rule them in this inning if they can get out of it without giving up a run. Wasatch up to the plate now, though, in the top of the fifth. It'll be 1, 2, 3. Salmon, Brown, and Matthews due up for the Wasps today. Bushnell fires strike one. A fastball in there on the first pitch. Salmon 1 for 3 on the day, an infield single. A little squib ball between the first baseman and the pitcher. But that'll be a second hit, a line drive over the third baseman. Salmon coming out of the box hard, trying to get a double, sliding in there, and is in there, safe around the tag. A nice little slide outside, and Jack has a leadoff double to start the fifth inning. Good job getting out of the box hard. That's how he got his hit on the infield single, too. It was a ball he had to run quickly down the line. Bang, bang play as the first baseman and the pitcher tried to navigate the communication there and toss the ball over to first. Jack beat it out. Hustling hard out of the box today for the leadoff hitter. Austin Brown will step up to the plate, 1 for 2 on the day. A hard single at the second baseman and the third in that inning where Wasatch scored 8. Bushnell now working from the stretch. Salmon hopping around out at second base. It's a fastball out for ball 1. 1-0 the count. Bushnell taking a while to get the sign in. Finally gets it, likes it, comes set. Takes a peek at his shortstop. Pausing for a long time. Austin's been waiting a long time in the box. And now we're going to have a bluff pickoff at second base. So we'll reset it all. Count stands at 1-0. Brown on the season. Coming into this one, leading Wasatch in home runs. 6 on the year for Austin, 10 on his career. Which is a pretty big number for only a sophomore. Slightly over halfway through his sophomore season. Not going to find a lot of guys that are like that in the state. In addition to those 10 home runs that he has on his career, he's currently hitting .397 on the season. 21 RBIs. There's a big swing and a miss there. 2-1 the count. A little fastball snuck by him. Wasatch 3 regular season games remaining after this one. Win here today should slide them in front of Payson in the RPI. There's a fastball just outside for ball 3. Trying to work that outer half is Bushnell here on Brown. Austin's seen a lot of fastballs at this point in the at-bat. And in a fastball count at 3-1, see if they come back to it, or with the base open if they try to pitch around him. But with nobody out, don't think you want to put too many base runners on. There's a back pick, trying to get Salmon at second, not in time. Jack slides in. As a team, Wasatch hitting .327 on the year. Compare that to Payson, who came in at .296. And the numbers coming into this one have played out the way that it said it should. Wasatch has been able to get to the Payson pitching staff, who has an ERA just over 5 combined on the season. 3-1 pitch. Check swing, and it's going to be a line drive single to left field. Ball in play, and that'll be an opportunity for an RBI coming home. There's the throw, not in time, and Salmon slides in there safe. And Brown will have a check swing, line drive, RBI single to left field, and Wasatch will take an 11-0 lead over Payson. Not the prettiest of swings, but it's effective there. And that'll make 22 RBIs on the season. 23 RBIs now on the year here for Brown, as he has 2 in this game. That'll bring Matthews up to the plate. Still nobody away. Brown at first base. Royal steps in. .422 batting average on the year. Pickoff play over at first base. Not in time as Brown slides in. And Royal, for the entire season, has led the Wasp in hits until this game was just passed today. Braxton Fowler, 2 hits on the day, which gives Fowler 29 hits on the year. Royal, 1 hit on the day to this point, has 28 hits on the year. So those two kind of jump back and forth with each other here. Curveball, and Royal will tie that up, getting another single up the middle. And that'll make it 29 hits on the year. So back and forth they go. Braxton Fowler will step to the plate. 2 hits on the day and a chance to take the lead back from Royal on the team leader in hits on the season. Royal has done so much damage over the last 4 games with balls up the middle. Just hard ground ball, hard line drive, very disciplined swing. And he's just gobbled up pitchers. Came in hitting .422. But here's your team leader in batting average. Braxton Fowler, the 4-hitter, hitting .435 on the year. 29 hits on the season for Braxton. And to go along with those nice numbers, Braxton also has 24 RBIs on the year as far as runs batted in. Ball 1. 1-0 count. Still nobody away here in the top of the 5th. Bushnell working from the stretch, takes a couple peeks out at second, now delivers home. Fastball in there for strike 1. 1-1 the count. Wasatch will be off tomorrow, and then they'll welcome Payson in on Thursday. And then, believe it or not, we're at that point, senior night on Friday for the Wasps against Maple Mountain. Their final home regular season game of the year. But I think it's safe to say it will not be their final home game of the year. Wasatch securely going to host a state tournament game here. The question is whether it will be the first round or the second round. If Wasatch holds on in this one and gets a win on Thursday, they will likely lock up a first round bye, and then they'd host the second round of the state tournament. There's ball 3. 3-1 now the count as another one misses inside. Should be a good one to hit here for Braxton. Bushnell working with a lot less pace now with base runners on. Taking his time to get the sign. Checking often. And there's ball 4. Outside. That'll load up the bases for Trevin Tatton, who will step up. Tatton 0 for 2 on the day. Also was hit by pitch. Right off the kneecap. And Tough, though, was able to walk it off and stay in the game. Tatton, though, has had a lot of RBI opportunities. At least 2 runners in scoring position in 3 out of his 4 at-bats that he's had today, including this one. Swings over the top of that one for strike 1. Payson going to bring the infield in with nobody away. Try to minimize the run damage that Wasatch can do in this inning. 2 strikeouts on the day here for Trevin. See if he can get a ball in play. Now Payson's going to back up the middle infield to double play depth. So now off the grass, corners are in. Bushnell working from the stretch. Or the windup, pardon. That one inside for ball one. 1-1 the count. Armendariz on deck. He's going to pinch hit for Livingston. So it looks like Max's day may be done on the mound. 66 pitches on the day here for Livingston. 4 innings pitched. And, I maybe misspoke there. There's strike 2 there on a called strike. Very well could have a pinch hit from Armendariz and then re-enter Max, which likely will be the scenario in this one, I would imagine. So pardon me as I backtrack my thought there on that one. 1-2 now the count. Bases loaded, nobody away. Tatton at the plate. Bushnell into the windup. Fires, and there's a line drive to right center, and that one's going to get down for a hit. Tatton, a 2-strike single. That'll bring in 1 run. Wasatch will hold all the other runners, and the bases will stay loaded as Tatton gets his first hit of the day. That'll run the score to 12-0. Wasatch has just dominated this game from the start. 1 run in the first, 1 run in the second, 8 runs in the third. Wasatch didn't score in the fourth. But at this point, 2 runs now in the fifth. Nobody away. Bases loaded, threatening to add some more here at this point. Armendariz will be the pinch hitter, as I noted. Taking a minute to get that substitution in here. On the season, Armendariz only 1 plate appearance on the year. And he did get a hit in that plate appearance. So we'll see if he can add to that team best batting average here. Oh, perfect. See if he can keep that alive. 1 for 1 is the official stat here for Armendariz. Bushnell's going to work from the windup. That's a fastball up for ball 1. 1-0 the count. Not all the teams in the league playing today. As I noted, Maple Mountain and Pleasant Grove has moved their game from today to tomorrow. Big series there that Wasatch has their eye on as well. Top 2 teams in the league right now in Maple Mountain and Pleasant Grove. Wasatch lurking, trying to find a way to move up in the region standings. But they'll need a little help with the dominoes to fall. Maybe a split between those two in that series. And then get some upset wins over Pleasant Grove in the next series. Ball 2. That one down and in. The other ideal scenario for Wasatch there is if Maple Mountain can find a way to win both of those. That would put Pleasant Grove at 3 region losses, and they've split with Wasatch. 1-1 between those 2 teams, and then if Wasatch could beat Maple Mountain in both their games here on Friday and next Tuesday, that should give Wasatch a share of the region championship if that would happen. But that's a lot of what-ifs happening there in that scenario. Ball 3 to Armendariz. That one up, not close to the zone. Bases loaded, 3-1. Should be a pretty good pitch to look for here. Fastball count for Armendariz. See if Bushnell gives him something that he can get after. Here's the pitch. It is a good one. Armendariz ready for it, but swings over the top of it for strike 2. Now full count. Crew Baxter waiting on deck. He'll be followed by Otis Sweat and then Eddie Bluth, who's had the hottest bat today. 3 really good barrels from Eddie Bluth as the 9-hitter today for the Wasps. Here's the full count pitch. Armendariz fouls it off. Out of play over the third base dugout. So that'll reset. Bushnell checking the sign, shakes off a couple times, now into the windup. Delivers and gets a foul tip, strike 3. Catcher finds a way to hang on to that one. And Armendariz will be retired for the first out of the inning. That'll bring Crew Baxter up to the plate. Crew has had a nice day at the plate. Line drive single, scored a run. A couple hard ground balls that were recorded as outs, but Crew has been on the nose today as far as contact. Curveball to Baxter as he swings over the top. It was hunting fastball, and that one fooled him. Big swing there from Crew with the bases loaded. 0-1 the count. Bushnell back into the windup. Delivers, and that one's in there for a strike, too. Took a little something off that one. 0-2 count to Baxter. Baxter on the season, 288, 13 RBIs. 0-2, and a swing and a miss. Fastball got it right by him. And 2 strikeouts has Bushnell trying to work out of a jam. Had bases loaded with no one away. Strikeout can be your best friend in that situation. Otis Sweat will step up to the plate. Otis 0 for 2 on the day. Walked in one of his at-bats, struck out in his first, and then drag bunt. It was unsuccessful in his last at-bat. See what he can do with the bases loaded here. Sweat stepping in here, hitting .322. 20 RBIs on the year for Otis. 1 home run, 2 doubles. There's a laser to center field. That one's going to get down. Wasatch is going to score 1. Rounding third and coming home is Fowler. And he will score, and Wasatch will take the 14-0 lead over Payson on the Otis Sweat 2 RBI single up the middle. That a laser beam there. In fact, worried for a minute that it was going to carry too far out to the center fielder because Otis hit that so well. Fell down in front of the center fielder, but with 2 outs, the runner on second was going no matter what. And Fowler was able to score easily on that one. That'll put runners on first and second. Wasatch will go courtesy runner. Dahl will come in to run for Sweat. Wasatch has been taking care of business today. We talked a little bit in the pregame about how freebies had been an issue for the Wasps over the last 4 games against Springville and Salem Hills. Today, cleaned it up a little bit. Still not perfect. 4 walks on the day here for Livingston, 1 hit by pitch, but Wasatch has really done a good job to minimize any damage. Played some good defense. Max has been able to get some strikeouts in those situations. And those numbers are much better than we've seen over the last couple weeks of ball. Wasatch has found a way to win all of those games, though. Strike 1 into Bluth. Eddie 2 for 3 on the day. Single and a double. And a rocket that was caught by the right fielder in his last at-bat. 0-1 working from the stretch. Bushnell down in the zone. 1-1 now the count. Bluth came into the game hitting .271 on the year. That average is going to be climbing after his good day here today. 7 RBIs on the season coming into this one for Bluth. But he's added to that number with 2 today. There's a foul ball for Eddie. See if this one gets out of play. It will. Just over the fence down the third base line. 1-2 now the count. Runners on first and second, 2 away. 1-2 count to Eddie Bluth. 9-hitter today. Salmon waiting on deck. Another one fouled straight back there from Eddie. Eddie's been the hitter that rips the other team's heart out today. You get down to that 8-9 hitter, and the other team can relax a little bit and think, well, maybe these guys are going to be a little bit easier than the top of the lineup to get outs, but that's just not the way Wasatch is built. Some of their best hitters down in the lineup, and Bluth has made him pay today. There's a fastball outside for ball 2. That'll run the count to 2-2. So deuces across the board. 2 outs, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Runner on first and second. Bushnell up to 40 pitches here for Payson. Third pitcher on the day for the Lions. Takes a peek at second. Long pause. And now delivers home and up for ball 3. Full count, which will give the runners a head start here. Wasatch leading big. It's 14-0 at Payson High School today. Wasatch on the right side of that score. Here's the payoff pitch. And Bluth fouls off another good one. Straight back and stays alive. Payson will end the year with one more game against Wasatch and then 2 against Spanish Fork, who's currently sitting as the #1 ranked team in the state. There's the 3-2 pitch and got the outer half. Struck out looking, did Bluth on that one, and that'll end the 5th. We'll head to the bottom of the 5th inning, as Payson tries to find some kind of response, but Wasatch has the mercy rule in line, and we'll see if they turn the ball over. They are going to re-enter Max Livingston, so Livingston will come back into the game and try to close this one out and get the complete game win. That brings us to our 5th inning stretch. And get you caught up if you haven't been here with us the entire way. Wasatch leading 14-0, 14 runs on 14 hits for the Wasps. No errors on the day for Wasatch. Payson, no runs on only 2 hits and 2 errors. Livingston has been excellent. 4 innings pitched for Wasatch today. 2 hits surrendered for Max, 3 strikeouts. The one area to critique is 4 walks on the day, so averaging about a walk per inning for Max here, and has hit 1 batter, but has really done a good job working out of a jam. As far as at the plate, Wasatch has really spread the love around the board. 14 hits, and Wasatch has, do a quick little count, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9 different players with a single, a hit on the day today. So everyone getting into the mix here for Wasatch at the plate. In fact, all starters have at least 1 hit on the game, and a couple different players with 2 hits. Matthews has 2 hits, Bluth with 2 hits, Fowler, Brown, and Salmon 2 hits on the day as well. 2 RBIs for Bluth, 2 RBIs for Fowler, 2 RBIs for Brown, and Sweat, 2 RBIs in that last inning. And that's a little bit of how we've gotten to this point with Wasatch leading 14-0 at Payson High School here today. For Payson, it'll be 9-1-2 Bushnell. This will be his first at bat of the day. 3rd pitcher on the game here for Payson. Going to get a crack at swinging the bat. This will only be his 2nd official at bat on the year. Doesn't have a hit on the season. And Max does what you would expect right away to a hitter like that. Comes right after him with a fastball. And Bushnell watches it go by for a strike. Livingston, another fastball. That one a little too high for ball 1. The 1-1 outside for ball 2. The 2-1 pitch. Livingston delivers high for ball 3. The 3-1 pitch. That one up, not even close as well. Ball 4. And Wasatch will put the 9-hitter on, get back to the top of the lineup. This will only be the 3rd time through here. And looks like Payson's going to get a couple pinch hitters here in this situation as well. Hitting for Hauser is going to be Carter. Carter doesn't have an at-bat on the season. This will be his first official at-bat here for Payson. Bushnell at first. Livingston now working from the stretch, delivers that one in for strike 1. Fastball down in the zone. Max gets the sign, checks the runner at first, and delivers up in the zone again. Ball 1, 1-1 count. 14-0 lead for Wasatch here. Nobody away in the bottom of the 5th. And there's another fastball down in the zone for ball number 2. Livingston has been the clear ace on the year for Wasatch on the mound. Coming into this one, he has six starts on the season. This is start number 7. It's 4-2 on the year. There's a swing and a miss for strike 2. 2-2 now the count to Carter. Max a 4.42 ERA on the season. Leads the team in wins. And they've consistently given him the ball in some of their toughest games. There's a fly ball heading towards second base, and Salmon will get the put out there for the first out of the inning. Have another pinch hitter here. Marvin will come out. And Tishner will step into the box for Payson. One away. This will also be Tishner's first at-bat of the season for Payson. Back a little bit more to Livingston. You look a little farther into those numbers and some of the games that he's thrown. They handed him the ball against Pineview in the first inning, or first game of the year. And he pitched an absolute gem, but lost that one, 1-0. So that's one of his 2 losses in his 6 starts. And then he's gotten some really impressive wins over the number 3 team in the state, Pleasant Grove, an 8-3 win in that one over there. And it looks like his day is going to be done here today. Wasatch is going to make a pitching change. And looks like they're going to bring in Knight Pryor to try to close this one out. So Wasatch 2 outs away from getting the win here. And Wasatch will make a pitching change. We'll take a quick break. Bottom of the 5th inning, 14-0 the score. Runner on first, 1 away. Knight Pryor coming in to pitch for the Wasps.
You'll always find the best deals and expert service at your local Napa Auto Parts store. We offer expert service in helping you find the parts you're looking for your current project, as well as Milwaukee tools. We can also help you with most motorsport, RV, and vehicle battery needs at your local Napa Auto Parts store in Heber City.
America is preparing to celebrate its 250th birthday, and you're invited to the party. Let Freedom Ring 250 is a free virtual discovery hunt encouraging you to explore the history and local landmarks that shape our story. This initiative is proudly sponsored by the Discovery Family Coalition, Wasatch Behavioral Health, and the Caring Community Coalition. To join, download the Goose Chase app and enter code FREEDOM250WC. Let freedom ring.
A UCCU home equity line of credit puts your home's equity to work for you. Finish your basement or yard and raise your home's value. Pay off higher interest, help with college or weddings. It's peace of mind knowing that you have a low-rate line of credit ready for whatever, whenever. UCCU will also provide you with a home equity Visa card, giving you instant access to your equity. Learn more or start your application today at uccu.com or stop by any branch. UCCU. Love where you bank.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. KTMP Heber City and live sports coverage with Ty and Ty.
Knight Pryor, the junior, in to pitch for Wasatch. First one in there, called as a strike. Second one going to be driven to left field. Fly ball that Bluth is able to run underneath. And just like that, Pryor retires his first batter. Knight had to sit out the first part of the season because of transfer rules. He transferred from Park City High School, but he did not ever play any varsity baseball. It was actually a golf transfer, and really good golfer for Wasatch on their golf team this year. And just because of the transfer rules, was not able to play varsity side here for baseball through the first half of the season. So Wasatch trying to kind of get his first time and his first look in this one here, and that's why they made the change with Livingston. I would imagine at that point, Max certainly could have finished it, had plenty of pitches, and as the ace could have got it done. But I think Wasatch moving towards the state tournament, you always need pitching, and they want to look at Pryor here to see what he's able to do for them. There's going to be a line drive single there to left field by the third baseman. That'll only be the third hit on the day. That was another pinch hitter. That was Prestwich on the hit there for Payson High School. Payson staying alive here, trying to at least make it respectable and get something on the board. Another pinch hitter. Neves will come out. Payson will bring Latham in to hit here. Ball one from Pryor to Latham. 1-0 the count. 2 away. Wasatch 1 out away from getting the win here at Payson. Dominant win, 14-0 the score. Pryor delivers. Swing and a miss for strike one. Knight, tall, athletic junior here on the mound for the Wasps. There's the ball delivered home. Ground ball. Single again to left field. But close enough. Payson's going to hold the runner at third base and load him up and have a chance to try to keep the inning alive here. Back-to-back singles here for Payson. Pinch hitters getting it done. It'll be another pinch hitter for Payson. Ewell steps up to the plate. Two hits in the inning here for the Lions, bring their total up to 4 on the day. Haven't been able to score any runs. Second time loading up the bases today, though. Ball 1. Pretty close one. That one just out, the umpire says. 1-0 the count. There's a strike in there on the fastball. Pryor, good zip on his fastball. Up in the zone a little bit right now. And that's kind of the reason why Payson has been able to fall into a couple singles here, I think. About probably 14 inches higher than he went on that fastball. This is a ball in play heading towards left field. Bluth should be able to make the play. No, Brown calls him off. And Wasatch will make the final out and get the win. Wasatch secures the W 14-0 over Payson High School. And we will move in to our Timberline Ace Hardware postgame show. Wasatch gets the big win here. They now improve on region play. That's their 8th win on region play now. They're 8-3 on the season. 3 games left. They've got 1 more against Payson, and then they'll close out with 2 against Maple Mountain. But this one's a big one. They should slide ahead of Payson in the RPI, at least be at number 6, and then depending on what happens in front of them, at 5 or 4, maybe climbing up even a little bit higher in that situation. So this was a big one here for Wasatch today. Going to jump into our Timberline Ace Hardware game summary, and Wasatch was just on it from the get-go. Scored 1 in the first, and it felt a little bit like a disappointment. They had the bases loaded and only pushed 1 across with 1 out. Strikeout and then a ground out was an end to the threat there. Payson looked like they were going to work out of a jam. Wasatch got 1 more in the second inning, and then they blew it open in the third. 8 runs in the third inning for Wasatch. 7 hits in the inning, and Wasatch just cracked this thing wide open, took a 10-0 lead heading into the 4th inning. Both teams went scoreless in the 4th, and then Wasatch tacked on 4 more in the 5th inning to push this thing up to 14-4. Max Livingston was excellent on the mound for Wasatch today. 4 1/3 innings pitched for Max, and he's going to get the win on the day for the Wasps. Had 3 strikeouts on the day, 5 walks for Max, and 1 hit by pitch. Knight Pryor comes in and helps close this one out. 0.2 innings pitched, 4 batters faced, 2 hits given up, but Knight is able to get out of it without giving up a run, and Wasatch gets the dominant win here today. As far as hitters at the plate, it was a team effort. All 9 starters hits for Wasatch today. Nobody more than 2 hits, but there were a whole gaggle of players with 2. Eddie Bluth had 2 hits, Braxton Fowler 2, Austin Brown, Jack Salmon, and Royal Matthews. But the best barrels of the day certainly were Eddie Bluth. He was awesome at the plate today, a single and a double. And Eddie Bluth is going to get your offensive player of the day, brought to you by Chubby's Cafe. And Max Livingston, your defensive player of the game today on the mound on the win for Wasatch, getting the start as the pitcher. That's your Big O Tires defensive player of the day, going to Max Livingston. I want to thank you for joining us. Wasatch victorious, and the Wasps now in a prime position to get a first-round bye and host a second-round home state tournament series. 1 more win here, if they can get in their last 3 games, should secure it for Wasatch. Thanks for joining us. This has been Wasatch High School Baseball on 92.9 The Peak.